Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to the first Davros stream of 2026. We're going to be kicking off at 20:30 by your station clock on the screen, so you've got about 8.5 minutes. Jumping on the class 20s tonight for choppers and flasks. Milton Keynes down to Wembley.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap.
Hello, good evening everybody and welcome to the first Davros stream of 2026. Nuclear Flasks is the order of the day, choppers and flasks down the West Coast Mainline. We're going to be kicking off at 20:30 by your station clock, so you've got about 4 minutes to get those drinks, light refreshments, and thank you very much Leo Low, first class memberships at the ring.
Passengers are reminded that smoking is prohibited at all stations and on all train services. This includes e-cigarettes.
This is your final boarding call for the Dad Rail livestream. We are going to be departing in about 1.5 minutes time. Hello, good evening, and a very, very happy new year from me. If this does happen to be the first stream or video seen by me, my name is Richard, aka Dabrowell, and I'm a mainline freight train driver, former passenger train driver based in the southeast of England. That over there is my wife, who's not going to bring me a cup of tea today because she's not feeling very well. That should get one of these, actually. I know, no tea for me. No tea, no train. But we digress. Oh, who have we got in tonight? GJ, good to see you, my friend. Pig and Bob, Vincent Wilcox, Interspace, Leo, I saw you in there earlier as well. Michael Estavy, Mojek. Who else have I missed? Cutler, you in there. Trainboy, hello, good to see you. Okay, so first stream of 2026, and here's one I said. Hey, Vincent has become a member, thank you very much. Here's what I said I was going to do last year. So, typical train driver fashion, we are fashionably late with it. But we are going to be jumping onto the nuclear pack, the cargo lines nuclear pack, and having a run from Milton Keynes down to Willesden. So, before we jump in, and as always, got to tell you that all the views and opinions expressed within are solely my own, may not reflect those of any companies I may be employed by or associated with, and all of that good stuff. Rightio, that is enough chatter. Let's press the button and get into the game. So here we are, to the trains. Choose a route, West Coast Mainline. Timetable, cargo line nuclear. Very appropriate considering world events at the moment. Class 20 rail freight. And we're going to be doing the 6 Oscar 6-2 cruise sidings to Dungeness, which is a 1 hour and 8 minute run. Just going to be the one run tonight. Dynamic weather on 5th of January. So when I played this earlier, this is kind of giving us some nice sort of sunrisey vibes. So I don't normally do nighttime runs, but the lighting looks pretty cool on this, so we're going to go with it. Hopefully the computer's going to not give up the ghost, and it's all going to go well. We are going to be playing Locomotive Location Livery today as well as we go along. We've got a picture that was sent in by someone whose name I can't remember. But it'll be on the screen in a minute. Radio 6 Oscar 62 crew sidings to Dungeness. That's a work email. Class 20, 4 cars for 2 loco, 2 carriages, 57.7 yards. Not the longest train in the world, and certainly not the heaviest. So here we are in our Class 20. Cab lights on. Let's get this thing set up, ready for departure. So, key goes into the number 1 desk. Master key on. There we go. Right, we got there in the end. We're going to get the AWS in. And I'm not sure where the vigilance isolation is on this. TPWS round to normal. Yeah, not 100% sure on where the vigilance is. Let's give you some game audio as well. Let's press that button there so you can actually hear what's going on. Control cutout switch normal. Yeah, not sure where the vigilance is, but is it over the back there? Vacuum chamber release though. Never mind, never mind. Radio. Engine only. Cancel the AWS. Straight air brake full on. Release the train brake. And let's get some lights on. Instrument lights on. And night lights on the headlights. And we're just waiting for our brake pipe to charge up there. It'll take a little while. So while it's doing that, let's hop into outside view, have a look at what we are driving. Class 20s, and hopefully the game audio is working. And you can still hear me. You might have to tweak the volume as we go along. With 2 nuclear flask wagons on the back. Now, whenever I have seen these on the Dungeness run, they've always been top and tailed. It's never been 2 locos with the flasks behind them. They're normally always top and tailed. So, yeah, not sure why they've modelled it in that way. Danny, how are we doing? Good evening, my friend. No game audio, can't hear the game. There we go. Okay, you've got it. Fantastic. Right, GSMR set up. Cab light off. Into forward. Release the loco brake. And we're going to wait for our bogies to almost fully release. Give it a little bit of throttle. And we are on the move. Well, hey. Yeah, volume is okay. Thank you very much, the Mojek. And as it's a chopper, we're going to have some thrash. Because, you know, it would be rude not to, wouldn't it? Beautiful stuff. Preliminary route indicator telling us we've got the route to go straight on there. SWRX88G, hello, how you doing? And GWR Photography has been a member for 35 months. Thank you very much for your continued support, my friend. Michael Davies, one of the best locos. Never had the pleasure of driving a Class 20. I've not even cabbed a Class 20, but they do sound... yeah, they're nice. I approve. Train boy, are you empty or full on this run? So going into Dungeness, the trains would normally be empty. So yeah, kind of nice sort of sunrise vibes going on. So by the time we get down towards London, the lighting should be a little bit better. But I thought it looked quite nice. So right, speed 50 miles an hour. So we're going to shut off the power. What we don't want to do on the throttle is actually sort of whack it back to idle. So we're looking at the ammeter here. We want to let the amps come down before we shut the throttle off. So if we shut the throttle off straight away, basically we could cause damage to the engine. So we're driving it sympathetically. And then when the amps get down to nearly 0, we can shut off. And we're going to drop it into initial on the brakes, have a little running brake test. Running brake test, you want to lose about 10 miles an hour. So we'll drop that down to about 38. Loads of brake force going on there. No issue at all with the brakes, they're functioning absolutely great. And then we'll release that there. Wait for the brakes to fully release before we put the power back in. Don't want to be pulling against the brake. Come on, power. Where's me power? Something weird going on with the sound. Has it all gone quiet? Or is that just my end? Oh, the engine suddenly sounds very quiet. Trainboy, have you been out in the snow? Yeah, we had a little bit of snow down my way on Friday. Friday? Do we have snow Friday? I think it was Friday, yeah, we went out in that. 2 yellows, okay. Alpha Star 6327, hello, I have a question. How do train drivers see the speed limit signboards at night when it is really dark outside? So you have got headlights, and the speed limit boards are retro-reflective, but the speed limit boards are there for reminder purposes only. It's down to your route knowledge to know where the speed limits are. Yes, in real life the speed limits are reminder only. You need to know basically off by heart where all the speed limits are. Right, last signal was 2 yellows. We are approaching 1 yellow. Gonna let the amps drop right down before we shut the power off. Sussex Rail Enthusiast, good evening. How are we doing, my friend? Right, 2 flashing yellows. That means the route is set ahead for a high-speed diverging junction. So, signal sequence we're expecting is 2 flashing yellows, 1 flashing yellow, a single yellow of a junction indicator, and then a red after the junction. That can, of course, step up. We'll see what happens. Leo, are the old yellow cut-out style boards, are the stencil indicators, Leo? I don't think they are, no. There's not too many of those about. Certainly in the areas I drive, there's not too many of those about. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure on those ones. As we come down through Bletchley, take our speed back a little bit because I'm speeding. Right, 1 flashing yellow. 60 mile an hour across the junction. Give it a little rubber brake just to bring it down. So I am expecting 1 yellow and a junction indicator on the next signal. Because we've had flashes, we know we're going to have a junction indicator. So there we go, we can just see it off in the distance now. 1 yellow with a position 4 junction indicator. So first position to the right is position 4. Position 4, 5 and 6 to the right, 1, 2 and 3 to the left. And that's come up to green, so excellent. We can keep it going. Michael, if you drive in the dark night with the cab light on, would that affect visibility? Same as it does in a car, Michael, pretty much. You're going to get a bit of glare from the cab light on the windscreen, so a lot of people... There's nothing stopping you doing that, but yeah, it will affect your visibility a little bit. Maintaining 60 over the junction. As we are 13 miles to Tring. So we are a class 6 train, which means we are limited to a maximum speed of 60 mile an hour. So just take the throttle back and sort of maintain that speed. We're on a slight uphill gradient there. Lewis on the railway, good evening. How are you doing, my friend? Lee Grant, I love playing Train Sim World 6. Nice one, Lee. What's your favourite route, my friend? Okay, we've got 13 miles until we reach Tring, so I reckon it's time to press the magic button. You know the one.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
We are going to play our first round of Locomotive Livery Location. If you've not seen this game before, post your numbers between 1 and 36 in the chat. I'll pick the third one that comes up, and then we'll play. It's as easy as that. Leo, don't like the game keep pushing you onto the fast lines. Yeah, I'm not sure how this train would have been signalled, but being this is Pendolino's 125 mile an hour, 7:30 in the morning, peak time into London, it's quite unlikely you would be signalled on fasts. But who knows? Who knows? Okie dokie, we are playing the numbers game. Pig and Bob, you're the third one on my screen with number 15.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
So here's how it's going to work, guys. Box number 15, 10 seconds to give me the locomotive livery and location of what you see underneath. Michael S. Davies, 2008, thank you very much for sending me this picture and many others that we're going to use. But what is that, guys, and where is it? Thoughts in the comment section below. GWR Photography, it's currently a bug with Skyhook, who made this, are looking into. Hey Brian, good evening and Happy New Year to you too, my friend. Yeah, because it must muck up the AI a little bit that we're on the fast as well, so. And EC Tube's gone straight in with a guess, 172 somewhere. GW Photography says ScotRail 170 Waverley. Oh, it looks like it's just starting to snow. And I'm hoping the snow doesn't make the stream go, ooh, we can't handle that. It's looking a wee bit jumpy there, guys. Hopefully it's gonna... Otherwise I'll have to go back and turn dynamic weather off and start all over again, because my computer seems to have real issues handling certain things at the moment. It's got very dark as well. Let's see how we get on. Train Boy, something in GWR colours. GW Photography has gone ScotRail 170 Waverley. I think we already read that one out. Northern Princess Productions, good evening, and how are you doing? Moderator extraordinaire. Discord server runner, maintainer, Discord everything. Discord goddess extraordinaire. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Choppers in the dark. Yeah, we're even doing a dark run. It was looking a bit nicer until it started snowing. We did have some nice sort of sunsetty type shots, but now it started snowing. That's all disappeared. Blue Bus Ben has become a member. Has been a member for 15 months. Thank you very much, Blue Bus Ben, for your continued support, my friend. Lewis on the railway, snow has been causing mayhem. LNER can't run trains at the moment. Edinburgh to Aberdeen. Wow. So we do have slightly different rules when we're driving in the snow. Not going to cause us too much of an issue at the moment because it's quite light. But if fallen snow was being disturbed by the passage of trains, we'd need to make sure we were making a 50% brake application, reducing the train speed by 10 miles an hour every 3 to 5 minutes, and basically that's to stop the brake rigging freezing up. Because if we're travelling along, all that snow gets blown into the brake rigging, it all gets compacted, we put the brakes on, and then nothing happens. So we keep the brake rigging warm and keep it clear by having a regular running brake tests. Leo Low, it won't snow tomorrow in London. I hope it doesn't. Hey, Vincent Wilcox has gifted 1 level 3 membership to viewers. Top man. Yes, we're getting a little bit of snow now, so we'll be good and we'll follow the correct rules. Power off. Gives us something to do as well, doesn't it? We get the brake in, bring the train speed down to 50. Confirms the brakes are still working, keeps the brake rig room nice and warm. Clears out any snow and ice that's built up in there. And we've got flashing yellow signals again, so it looks like we might get routed back over to the slows. We've probably got a Pendolino right up our rear, let's be polite. Loose on the railway, the 80Xs have a snow brake which applies a small amount of brake to keep them warm. Pretty state of the art if you ask me. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully the snow's going to stop because the stream does not like the snow. Davra, where is your snowplow? In Tunbridge West Yard, not yet derailed. Yeah, Northern Princess Productions. I'm not too bad, thank you. It's been spending a little bit too much time doing model railway stuff and neglecting YouTube, and I have to kind of readdress the balance a little bit. Eddie Hartigan 999. Morning all, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to you too, my friend. Right, one flashing yellow. Those flashing yellows don't look very convincing though. And 60 over the crossover, which is our maximum speed anyway. Next signal will be one yellow with a junction indicator, and we are still expecting red ahead unless we get told otherwise. Northern Princess, good to know if you're using the snow brake on the 800 series, it limits you to 100 miles an hour. TNRR main channel, welcome to Dad Brown, new subscriber, great to have you in, my friend. Right, there is our one yellow, there is our position 1 junction indicator. So that has not stepped up. It has now stepped up. So 60 across the junction, stepped up to green, we are good. Green is good. So we can get a flyby shot as we come across the junction. Nice. Get into power and get that speed back up. Okay, let's press that magic button again.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
Come on, full power. Give it some thrash. $57. 58. Come on. Yeah. Rightio, what have we got on the numbers? English Electric. Quality. You're first. GJ, you're second. Ian Bradley, you're the third one, my friend, with number 7.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Okay, going to give you box number 7. 10 seconds for that Locomotive Livery Location, if you can, please. What is it? Where is it? Let me know your thoughts. Lewis on the railway, the LNER network today has been in black status. Do not travel due to a broken rail. Trains are having to go over at 5 miles an hour. It's causing a fair bit of delay, I would imagine. Northern Princess Production is gone. West Midlands Railway 172 as the Pendolino that was stuck behind us comes bombing past. No clue on location. Alfie's Trains has gone 172 and Alfie's Trains is saying Moore Street. Let's have a little rub of the brake as well because we're driving properly today. Just like I do every day in the real world. I'm much better in real life than I am in the simulator, I promise. I'd have to be. Trust me. GW Photography, actually it's the West Midlands Railway 172 at Moore Street. Train Boy's gone 172 at Brum. Tolik KD, love seeing a night run in the snow. Sorry if I'm saying your username wrong there, bud, and Happy New Year to you as well. Have you seen the intermodal pack? I think I've got the intermodal pack, or I've got a intermodal pack. Hey, Spencer likes trains. How you doing, my friend? Let's get some speed up. GJ, GWR 165168. Could be. It doesn't like the external camera. Now, is that signal flashing or is that just flickering as the overhead stanchions? Yeah, it's not flashing. So, 2 yellows. This is signalled for like 100 miles an hour, so the signals are going to be quite well spaced out, so we don't need to panic too much. Power off, and we'll get a little bit of braking, start bringing our speed down. Oh, it's turning into a slideshow. Come on, computer, don't let me down now. Right, last signal, 1 yellow. Lewis on the Railways donated £1.50 free super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Very kind of you. GW Photography question here is the SIT region based, or can it be deployed to other areas? You could deploy it to other areas, but it would be pretty pointless because the SIT is designed to de-ice the third rail equipment. I'm just going to press that and give the stream time to buffer and catch up, and hopefully once we jump back in it'll be all good. I'm going to have to look into this a bit more because the game is running buttery smooth as usual. Just the, yeah. Oh, come on! Don't do this to me! Right, 1 yellow, we are red ahead. We'll persevere, it could just be as it's loading in the next tile. Get a little bit more brake in. Lee Grant, I'm never on time when I drive on Train Sim World 6. No, me too, Lee. Right, we are red ahead. We do something called defensive driving, which is the opposite of aggressive driving. So we're basically, if we know we've got a red signal, no point rushing up to it. If you can't see a red, you can't pass a red. So the idea is by the time we get there, hopefully it would have stepped up. Well, that does still look pretty red to me. So we are red ahead. We're going to be aiming for 10 miles an hour at the AWS magnet. Lewis on the railway, can't wait for the Class 90. Yeah, same here. I've, yeah, got to agree with you there. I am looking forward to the Class 90. Wonder if it's something on the particle effects as the trains go past. So we might try just, I might just try altering one of the settings in a moment, see if we can. Seeing if we can fix this a little bit. I've got an idea what it might be. Right, red ahead. Were we under 10 at the AWS magnet? It's exactly where we want to be. Yeah, GW Photography, another thing you say is treat a red signal like a brick wall. Yeah, you wouldn't run towards a brick wall, don't run towards a red signal. John, you need 290s to go around in pairs usually. Yeah, they do, John. Love the look of the Pendolinos spraying snow everywhere when they go past. Red ahead. Commentary driving, really good technique. Keeps the fact that we're approaching a red signal in our working memory. Red ahead. And we want to aim to stop about a loco length away from the signal. My game is buttery smooth, it's just the stream. John C. Ward, how you doing? But I have got an idea what it might be. And we are all stopped red ahead. Do we have a DRA in here? No, we don't have a DRA. We do have a panic button. A panic button. Engine only. What does the panic button do? I don't want to press it because I'll probably end up breaking something if I I'd probably end up breaking something if I press that. Now, I am just going to try downgrading the settings a little bit on here to see if that creates any difference at all, or whether it is a time for a new computer. I'm just wondering if this signal's not going to come off and actually something's broken. Denied, wait for signal to change. Let's jump into the number 9 screen and have a look and see if there is anything ahead of us. Okay, there is a train ahead of us at the moment. 7:48 to London Euston, so that's what we're going to be waiting for. So we've got a couple of minutes to burn. In which case, it is time to press the button.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
Get those numbers in, guys, for Locomotive Livery Location. Spencer likes trains. I've been subscribed for ages but didn't have an account, so couldn't comment. I'm pleased you're here now, my friend. It may be that you're so late you've lost your path, so the dispatcher's putting stuff around you. So you're early. I mean, what time are we... Does it give us a... No, it doesn't give us a time that we're supposed to go through Tring. Someone jump on real-time trains. Real-time trains API for Train Sim World. That would be a pretty cool thing. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Okay, well done, GJ. You are the third one in this time, my friend, with number 8.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Gonna give you box number 8 this time. 10 seconds for that Locomotive Livery Location, if you can, please. Not much to go on location-wise there, but a few people having a good guess at the train. TNRR 7035. I am good. How are you, my friend? John T. Ward. I am fine. All ready for the 3 days of darkness. Stocked up with candles. 3 days of darkness. Elliot Geary, class 170, Birmingham New Street. Leo, West Midlands Railway, somewhere in the West Midlands. It's logical. So we do have 83 of you lovely people watching, which is fantastic because I haven't streamed for a long time. I was expecting to be here all on my own talking to myself. But I'm used to that. I do that quite often, as my wife will tell you. So if you are enjoying yourself, please do hit the like button, consider subscribing, that would be awesome. Hopefully the signal's going to come off soon and we will get on our way. Alfie's Trains is still going for a 172 at Moore Street for the Locomotive Livery Location. TNRR playing truck simulators non-stop so I can upgrade my fleet. Desi going on the down line there, on the down fast. So that one in front was supposed to leave at 48. We'll jump into map view in a minute and just check to see if it's gone. Lewis on the railway for the 90 and the Medway Valley line. Will we be able to enter our head code and starting signal number into the GSMR? No idea, Lewis, but I would like to see that feature. Mark Murray, good evening, happy new year. What are you looking forward to this year, Train Sim World 6? I'm looking forward to the Great Western Remaster when we get that. Definitely looking forward to the 90. And there's a few other things that I'm really looking forward to, but I'm not allowed to tell you what they are. They may or may not have been things that have been on my wish list. I'll give you that much. Denied, wait for signal to change. Right, how's that train in front left Tring? Current status stopped at... Arrived... That's got the signal out. Okay, this is interesting. Let's jump into external view. This is the equivalent of checking open train times in like real-time trains. Let's nip down to the station and just see what's going on. Because if it's not going to disappear, then we will just hit the delete train button. I wish we had that button in real life. That would be very useful. Oh, that's just typical. Absolutely typical. Leaves at 7:50. There we go. Northern Princess Productions. I'm excited for the Czech route. Can't wait to bully Dadro into speaking Czech properly. I'll give it a go, but chances of me doing it properly are slim. Leo, I wish the remaster will allow electric train running to Reading. I'd like to see that route extended, if I'm being honest, Leo. I'd like to see it down to Didcot or Swindon or Westbury. Bristol, ideally. Cardiff would be awesome. Whee! 1 yellow. Okay. No hurry to pull away, because if we pull away on 1 yellow, we've got to absolutely poodle around the corner expecting the next signal to be red. If we pull away on 2 yellows, we can get a bit more of a shifty on. We're not expecting the next one to be red. So we can't sit here all day, though. We are going to have to start moving. Brakes have come off. Give it a little bit of power and just hope that that signal steps up before we go past it. That is the dream. There we go, 2 yellows, that is just what we want. And for some reason my headlight's no longer working. It was definitely turned on. Nice flashy tail lamp on the back. We are off. Okay, it was 2 yellows still, so we could have 1 yellow on the next one. Yeah, I think it's probably unlikely because the train in front will be buggering off, but we won't get too excited. Got a bit of wheel slip going on there. Wheel slip lights flashing at us. Hazard warning light buttons flickering as well, which is a bit weird. Take the throttle down a little bit. And right, I've done that on purpose. That is a wrong side failure, because that ground position light signal should be showing proceed. We're being signalled under main aspect signal, so any ground position light signals on the route should be clear. So that showing a danger aspect is wrong. If we went past that, would it be a SPAD? No. It'd be a technical SPAD, but it wouldn't be driver error. It'd be, I think it's a category C, which is where it's equipment failure. So yeah, that should not be like that. That should be showing 2 white lights. I think the stream has improved. Hopefully it has. I don't think it's a graphic issue, because like I say, on my computer the game itself is running beautifully. It's just when it comes to the stream it's not translating well. So I think I probably need to go into Streamlabs and play with some settings again. Right, we've got a green. $13 miles to Watford Junction. Nice. Spencer likes trains. Deborah, I'm going on the Caledonian Sleeper up to Edinburgh this month. Nice one. Deborah, have you tested your sander just in case you need it? The button works. Never been at Spencer, never been on the Caledonian Sleeper. I'm hoping at some point to learn Class 92s, which means I'll be able to possibly partake in driving the Caledonian Sleeper at some point, which would be quite nice. May happen, may not happen. Wait, watch the space. Lewis, on the railway, I'd like to see the 801 and the East Coast Mainline get a bit more love in 2026. Come on, Dovetail. I would like to see East Coast Mainline south. Yeah, and I know it's a bit London-centric again, but the reason I'd like to see East Coast Mainline south is because I want something to run the 700 on. I mean, do Thameslink Core and connect it up to East Croydon and on the London to Brighton route. Ideal, but Yeah, just somewhere we can run that 700. We're going a little bit fast there. Let's give it a little rubber brake. And we got 2 yellows again, so leave that in initial, get the speed down. That'll serve as our running brake test for the keeping the brake ring clear as well then. Lewis, the 700 sounds incredible on AC in the game. Right, 2 yellows, 1 yellow ahead. Northern Princess Production says, I'd love to see Train Core done properly, even for Train Sim Classic. Rick Ashtray, good evening, young man. Young! Oh, it's a long time since I've been called that. I hope all is good with you and yours. Yeah, all good at this end, Rick. I hope everything's okay with you, and a happy new year, my friend. Daniel Killingsworth, welcome to Denver, new subscriber. Right, stepped up to 2 yellows, so we'll release the brake. We won't accelerate or get too excited. We know we're following a stopping train. Incidentally, this bit of route we're travelling over now is on my to learn list this year. Be as far as Rugby, so Milton Keynes, Willesden lines to Rugby, Milton Keynes via Northampton to Rugby, and Daventry is on my to learn list. Dabra, what West Coast train that we don't have in game yet would you add to the game? It's a good. What haven't we got from West Coast? I mean, when you say West Coast, do you mean West Coast Railways or trains that run on the West Coast Mainline? GW Photography, I want to say I would like to see more Great Western Mainline in Train Sim World. 100% no bias involved. No, I'm the same, GW Photography. I would shame that. I mean, obviously they're doing, as we know, they're doing the Great Western remaster. 2 yellows again. Keep the speed as it is. Then it would be absolutely great if that was extended and modernised. You know, I'd love to see a modern version of that with the full overheads on there. That would be pretty cool. Dabra, the game volume is a little bit loud. Do you mind turning it down a little bit? Yeah, we absolutely can do that. I think it's only loud when we're outside, but we can certainly knock it down a little bit. That's not a problem at all. Let me know how that is for you, Spencer. We'll try for this flyby shot now. The stream seems to have settled down a bit. Hopefully we're still going to hear the AWS firing off. We're just going to keep pressing it. Stepped up to a green there anyway, we're all good. So if we got a green on the next one, we'll get a little bit more power in. Trains on the West Coast Mainline. What else have we got on the West Coast Mainline that we don't have in game? 92s. Definitely 92s. Yeah, that would be pretty cool for the Caledonian sleeper sets. Right, let's press the button.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
Lewis on the railway, hopefully you get to go on a 99. I was supposed to go on a training course for the 99 just before Christmas. But for reasons I won't go into, it didn't happen. But yeah, I'm hopeful that will happen relatively soon, which would be pretty cool. Durafast, Davra, can you leave the sound as it is and Spencer can turn his device down? I was worried he couldn't hear me over top the game audio. If it's too quiet now, if the majority want it up, we can tweak it up a little bit. We can kind of find a happy medium. Right, 2 yellows. So we're travelling about 50 seems to be a pretty sweet speed at the moment. We'll just shut that off. Okay, on the numbers, Pig and Bob, you've got the third one, my friend, with 23.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Going to give you number 23. 10 seconds, guys, for that Locomotive Livery Location, if you can. Not much to go on. Location always tends to be the challenging one to get. Train boy, where was the ant maze say about the next train on block 4? Don't stop here at the station. We just went through. You've lost me. The 99s look like spaceships in the cab. Very continental cab. The kind of switch styles and stuff remind me of a lot of sort of German continental European trains. Right, one yellow, red ahead. So we don't need to put too much brake in because it is signalled for, I think it's 100 miles an hour. So yeah, no point getting too excited. Alfie's trains has gone. West Midlands Railway's 172 Kidderminster. Platform announcements and train announcements could do with a bit more work. Yeah, Lewis, I agree with you. We've got them in game, the foundations there, but yeah, I'd agree. It does need a little bit more work doing on it. And of course, it doesn't port back to the older routes as well. I think the Manchester Airport commuter, or the Manchester Airport run, has got them on it now. And of course Riviera. We haven't done much on Riviera. I should play Riviera a little bit more. But we are going to continue, and I promised we were going to do this nuclear stream, which is why we're doing this one. But we are going to continue with our complete history of Train Sim World routes. The next stream we do will be getting back to that, so that will be with the Tees Valley line, which is the next one on the list. Dara, what does the AWS alarm actually do? So if I don't cancel it within 2.7 seconds, the emergency brakes will come on. 2.7 seconds on standard system. If you've got what's known as TPWS Mark IV, you get 2.7 seconds on the first cautionary signal, and then any subsequent cautionaries you get 1.8 seconds, which is not very long at all. Right, we are running on 2 yellows. We are just chugging along down the West Coast Mainline. Lewis on the railway, the Riviera line and the Suffragette line is some of Dovetail's best work. I think the quality has definitely improved. There's, you know, I think you're right, Lewis. There's still work to be done, but I think we have seen the quality of routes improve. I'm excited with the number of third-party developers that are coming on board now. There's a lot of potential for some good stuff. Alfie Strange, you're about to go through my place of work. Train Simulator Driver, morning from Oz, morning from the morning from the UK, evening from the UK. It's 21:16 here. Nearly past my bedtime. Right, we had a green. I've not got much route knowledge, so I don't sort of know where the next station is or if there's any more stations. See, if you've got route knowledge, you're kind of going to know how many signal sections to your next station, and then you can sort of work out, if you know the train in front stopping everywhere, you can kind of work out what speed to best travel at. But because I don't have that route knowledge, I'm not really able to do that on this route. So I'm just sort of, you know, I'm not hammering it. I know I've got a train in front of me, so I'm just sort of taking it a little bit easy, but not so much so that I'm going to start losing lots and lots of time. Dabrao, call for a pizza on the phone you have in the cab. I wish. Lewis on the railway, does the 66 have a major fault alarm like modern passenger trains? No. So on the 66 you have something called the bingo board, which are 6 fault lights that can come on. But you don't get any alarm or anything like that with them. GJ still in love with London commuter despite its age. It's still a good solid route, GJ. Welcome, Phil Mason, new subscriber. Good to have you here, my friend. It's the Brown Joe 635. 2 more stations and Tring to use of the service. Should skip them both. Okay, well, we are now speeding anyway, so we do need to get a little bit of break in. I don't know where this service is going to end. I don't know whether it's going to take us into Wembley and then down the relief lines into Acton Lane or South West Sidings, or kind of if it's just going to end in Wembley. So that's be interesting to find out when we get down there exactly where it's going to put us. Rick Ashray, do drivers use Train World as assistants when learning route knowledge, or is that dangerous? It's not guaranteed to be 100% accurate, so I would say generally no. Route learning videos, maps, going out and seeing it, yeah, it can give you an appreciation for the route. It can sort of help you learn stations and sort of where the tunnels are, where the stations are, but it's definitely not good enough to route learn from solely. But it can certainly help and be used as a tool. T-Side, what do you think of the GBR livery? I don't really have too much of an opinion on it, if I'm being honest. I'd like to see it in the flesh. Ben P487, how are we doing, my friend? Davra, what heritage railway would you add to the game and why? Probably the Severn Valley. I think the Severn Valley would be a nice one. A, because I've driven on it, and B, because they have a lot of nice diesel locomotives. And some fairly nice gradients on there as well. Right, let's try and get a flyby shot as we come through whatever station this is. Alpsea, maybe? Kings Langley. I knew that. Clickety click over the points, hopefully. Makes me happy. Hey, right. You know what to do, guys.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
See if we can get a consensus on this location. Lewis on the row, I'd like to see the Class 717 with the Welling and Hertford North stopping services in the game. So that would be down to Moorgate then, Lewis. T-Side, have you ever spadded and crashed the 66? Touchwood, no. That would be pretty bad and probably career-ending, so no. Michael S. Davies, SVR is my favourite, or the Clanau and Mid-Moi as you get loads of XTFW paces. I have probably hashed that pronunciation, so I do apologise. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, what have we got on the next signal? 2 yellows. I think the 1 yellow is in the tunnel, possibly. And on the numbers, Pig and Bob, you always seem to manage it, my friend. You're the third one with 18.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Giving you 18 this time. 10 seconds. What is it? Where is it? Look at what number you might want next as well. Crouching Tiger Hidden Adam, how are you doing, my friend? Haven't seen you in a stream for a little while. Hope you're well. We're all good here, thank you. Ben, I'm good. Got a cup of tea and I'm using my chilly water bottle to top up. I like your style. Alfie's, where's Midlands Railway 172 Kidderminster? Crouching Tiger, I'd like a narrow gauge route. Welsh Highland. Oh, the Welsh Highland or the Festiniog would be lovely. I've not done the Festiniog. I have done the Welsh Highland, which was superb. But yeah, I would be up for that. Pig and Bob, please pick my lottery numbers. Does seem to have remarkably good luck, GJ. Yeah, remarkably good luck. I'm not sure what's going on or how he manages it, but... Right, last one was 2 yellows. Banner repeater is off and just off. Right, that's just stepped up to 2 yellows. So, we're going to leave our speed exactly as it is. We're doing about 40 miles an hour, 44 miles an hour at the moment. Not a problem at all. Lewis on the railway, while sitting in an engineering position, I would cook a full 3-course meal on the hot plate. Helen Drives Trains on Instagram is the best person to follow if you want to know about cooking food on loco hot plates. She is an absolute ace at it. Trainboy says West Midlands Railway 172 and the Class 170 at Kidderminster. Pig and Bob's gone Kidderminster 170, 172 with a not sure. Aberystwyth to Devil's Bridge would be good. Not familiar with that one. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam. Rightio, last one has stepped up to 2 yellows as we approach Watford of the junction. And we got 2 yellows again. I'm just going to bring our speed down a little bit, see if we can get back on greens. That scene does look very nice. We've got a green, excellent. It's looking very nice with the lighting effects ahead of us there. Stop at location Willesden Junction. So which way? I'm just trying to work out exactly where it's going to put us. Is that the end of the... yeah. Yeah, not sure exactly where it's going to put us. T-side, is it easier to spad in TSW or real life? It's easier to do it in TSW because in real life you wouldn't want to do it. Trainboy, it'd be nice to get Shrewsbury to Brum. Michael S. Davies, Brecon Mountain Railway is good. Pontysil to Topante. Oh, I can't say it again. Topante. Is it Topante? There's a video on my video on my channel of the Brecon Mountain Railway of me proper butchering pronunciations. Lewis, I do like my tri-state banner repeaters. They are useful. Absolutely they are. I love tri-state banner repeaters. Tracy Ray Driver or Hereford to Brum would be great. That's a regular route of mine past Kings Norton. We got Kings Norton in game, haven't we? Because we got the Licky Incline we got from Redditch and Broomsgrove. So yeah. Opinions on a hardcore mode where you get the game removed from your device if you spad 3 times. Not sure it'll catch on. Dadrail, Class 20s, drive, spot or scrap? Drive, yeah, Class 20s, heritage. Any old attraction is great, I love it. Including Pacers. I just think that the 20s just sound really nice. I would like to see in-game the Series 1400, the Portuguese Class 20, the Iberian gauge monsters that are effectively just more powerful Class 20s. The turbo whistle on those things is absolutely unreal. I've got a video of a few on my channel if you've not seen them before, but yeah, I'd love to see those in-game. Lewis on the railway, I would love to see this Class 69 come to Train Sim World. No, Lewis, no.
Emotional damage.
No, absolutely no way. I get why people like them. Let's have a 56 or a 57. We don't need a 69. Everyone loves a pacer. Absolutely, John. I quite agree. Everybody loves a pacer. There's a song there, but we're not going to start that now. Rightio. You know what to do.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
Oh, GJ, that is harsh. Everybody loves a pacer. Everybody loves a pacer, especially your local scrapyard or heritage railway. It doesn't matter. Hey, if this train driving thing doesn't work out, then I definitely haven't got a career in the music industry. Right, 2 yellows as we approach Kenton, Harrow and Willesden, Carpenter's Park. We're in that sort of area. I have no idea. Right, numbers. Teesside. Southern service there. You're in, my friend, with number 9. We'll just wait and see. Oh, we got a bit of distance to the next signal. We've got time.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Going with number 9. I think we'd already had number 9, actually, hadn't we? Okay, let's go English Electric then. 23, which we've already had. We'll go with the next one, which is John Ward, number 12. Right, 2 yellows. I'm looking for the number 12 button. Probably got 1, maybe 2 more rounds in this game. Has that helped you? What is it? Where is it? Last signal was 2 yellows. Pacers belong in the scrapyard. Ooh, controversial opinion. Lee Grant, I'd like to see the Bluebell Railway on Train Sim World 6. Yeah, Bluebell's quite a short railway. In the ground, I mean, it's to say short. I don't mind doing the heritage stuff, but sort of trundling along at 25 miles an hour just gets a little bit tedious in my opinion. The Laura! Oh, I know exactly what train and livery, but no idea where it is. Alfie's Trains, yeah, that's a 1721 at Kidderminster. Lee Grant, it's Crew. Teesside, Class 91 at Derby. GW's gone 172 Kidderminster, 2 yellows on the last. Start bringing our speed down a little bit now because we're catching something in front of. Going to be interested to see where it's going to put us when it gets to Willesden. I would imagine Wembley Central, we cross onto the Up Willesden Relief, then we stay on the Up Willesden Relief down to West London Junction, and then we'd drop down onto the West London line. That's the way it would go in reality. So yeah, be interested to see where it puts us. 2 yellows. This is Harrow and Willesden, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Yes. Michael, I'd like to see the Manchester Piccadilly to Chester line on Train Sim World with a 156 or a pacer. Well, we've got 156s and we've got pacers. The Laura 172 in West Midlands Railway, gold and purple, but that's where my knowledge runs out. Train Simulator Driver, Bluebell plus the East Grinstead branch from Croydon would be good together. Do the complete pack. Do South Croydon to East Grinstead, the Bluebell, and then do Hurst Green to Uckfield with the 170, 171, which we've got in game already, and then do the Spa Valley Railway from Erridge down to Tunbridge Wells West. That'd be a pretty cool package to have. Right, we've got a green. Come on, train, where are you? Oh, we got bold! Bold in Train Sim World. That describes my life perfectly. Alfie Trains would be nice to have a 7:30 pack for Train Sim World, 7:30 for the cross city, and 7:30 for this route. There are some nice third-party add-ons coming out that have not yet been announced, as you would expect, because you know they're never not making something. Is this going to take us into the platform at Willesden Junction? I don't know why it would take us there. That just seems like a really weird place to go. Dabra, for a stream, can you do an HST rescue with a Class 20 and have it broken down at Reading and you need to pull it to Paddington? Oh, we could do something like that, yeah. Rightio, what have we got coming up? I've got completely distracted. I think my last signal was 2 yellows. So let's get some braking because I can't remember, so the right thing to do is to slow down. Doobie doobie doo. And 1 yellow on the next. Red ahead. I believe the red is going to be just after Wembley Central. We're at the end of Wembley Central. Platform at number 6, up slow. Banner repeater just before the station. It's almost like I know this bit. Need to get some brake in though. We're coming in a bit hot there. We're coming in way too fast. Complete loss of situational awareness coming towards Wembley Central. I'd fully expect a TPWS activation. Let's get that brake released before it stops. We rescued it, although that was bad driving. Right, we've got a green. What have we got? We could get an R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7. We could get a WR, Willesden Relief. Got a green. It looks like we got a WR for the Willesden Relief. So next signal protects Sudbury Junction. Slow down, you move too fast. You've got to make this live stream last. Hey! I like that. That's good. Right, so we're going to cross onto the up and down Willesden Relief, and then we'll get the route indicator. So the red isn't protecting Sudbury Junction, we've got another one. We'll get a route indicator telling us whether we're going on the up Willesden Relief or the down Willesden Relief as we come alongside Wembley. How close to realistic would you say the modelling is in Train Sim World to real life, like the gradients and trackside? It's fair. It's not too bad, to be fair. Okay, you can see our next signal, we've got a position 1 junction indicator. That tells me we're going over onto the up Willesden Relief, and the speed limit on the up Willesden Relief is 10 miles an hour. Wembley reception lines, reception 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 immediately to our left. I don't sign Wembley Depot, by the way, I'm just making it up as I go along. Dabra, will Class 20s be run cab to cab or nose to nose, or cab to nose when they work together? They normally have the cabs on the outside because of visibility. And we're going to drop our speed down to 10. It's 15 over the points and then the 10 starts. We'll just drop it down to 10 now. And there's the start of our 10. Do we need a splasher brake, or is that gonna... Yeah, we're on a slight downhill grade, so we'll give it a splasher brake. 10 miles an hour is pretty boring to watch, so...
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
Beautiful stuff. Alfie, your first one in. We're looking for the third number. Third number, English Electric. You're the third one in, my friend, with 24.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Giving you 24 this time. Good choice for your location. Let's see what it reveals. Any ideas? What is it? Where is it? Green light as we approach Sudbury Junction. Yeah, I'm still interested to know where it's going to put us. I'm not going to... because it just says Willesden Junction. It's got to be on the Willesden Relief. Surely it's not going to put us into Willesden Junction platform. Next signal is Whiskey Mike 828. Which unfortunately I am rather familiar with that signal at the moment. Beautiful stuff. Alfie's trains Westminster's Road 172 paired with another 1 or 0 at Kidderminster. The Laura is going to Worcester Shop Hill, guessing. Teesside is gone Kings Lynn. English Electrics, I think it puts you where the 377 starts to run. Yeah, that would make sense. That's kind of where I'm hoping it's going to take us. So we should drop down underneath the main line in a minute, pop up alongside Willesden number 7 junction, then Acton Lane reception sidings, and then West London Junction. That's kind of where I'm hoping it's going to take us. That's where I would expect it to be taking us. Michael Davies, what's your favourite loco to drive? Out of all the locos that I sign, probably the Class 57. Right, you are up relief. Whiskey Mike 828 signal. And line speed's gone up to 20. Beautiful. Yeah, it's going to take us down and up by the McVitie's factory. That's exactly where it should be taking us. Teesside, have you ever emergency stopped in real life to stop an overshoot? I've never had to emergency stop to avoid an overshoot, but I've done an emergency stop and overshot, but only once, which it wasn't a good day. Have we got the throttle off? We have, yeah. So on the up Willesden Relief, we go underneath the main line. Keep a bit of brake in there to stop it picking up too much speed. As the driver, do you have to know all the signal names or just the significant ones? You don't need to know all the signal numbers at all. You don't even need to know the numbers of any of them. You learn them. Signals that have got meanings, signals you get stopped at quite often, signals that you've had an incident at, signals that stand out for one reason or another. Yeah, you might know the numbers, but it's certainly not part of your route knowledge to know the number of every signal. English Electric, how long do you normally have to wait when there is an emergency call activated within the GSMR but it's not on your line but in your cell? It can be as quick as 30 seconds. As soon as the signaller says end of railway group emergency call, if you're not involved in the emergency, you can move your train. That could be really quick. Sometimes it could take a bit longer. Yeah, there's kind of no hard and fast rule as to that. Right, 2 yellows, we're approaching what's called Willesden at number 7 junction. Off to our right there is a McVitie's factory. Yum yum. And I think this signal number here is like Delta Romeo something. This is like the dad rail signal. Hasn't got a signal plate on it, but I'm sure in real life that's like Delta Romeo something. No, it's got a signal number on it. We are good for 40 here as well, so we could go a little bit faster. So the line going up to our right there goes up to Acton Wales Junction on the Dudding Hill lines. You can then access the North London lines heading down towards either Richmond, Hounslow or Barnes. It's quite a useful... Oh, you can also access the Great Western Mainline from that route via the Poplar lines at Acton Mainline. Right, 1 yellow, red ahead. Let's pay attention to what we're doing. Willesden Euro Terminal directly to our right. The modelling in that is pretty poor. That's over past the fence on our right hand side. The 2 lines next to the fence are Acton Lane receptions 1 and 2. John T. Ward, just as well, Richard once said the signal at Lewisham Vale doesn't exist in real life. It does though. Tango Lima 249 on the down Lewisham Vale junction. Yes, I spend quite a lot of time stopped at that signal. The red is really poorly sighted there, hidden behind the overhead line stanchion. And apparently I've overshot my stop mark as well now. John, lots of directions are available from Acton Wells. Indeed, John. Acton Wells is on my route card. I signed that bit. Gold medal. We'll sort of take that. I mean, fair bit of speeding going on, so yeah, that's it's understandable why I only wanted to give me a gold. So in reality, this service would now continue on along the relief lines here. This is known as West London Junction, and then we'll continue down here, which is now the West London lines, and we are out of bounds. But that is the West London line there. The line from Willesden Junction High Level sort of joins on where my mouse is. A place called Mitre Bridge Junction. But yeah, just down there to Clapham, all we need is Shepherd's Bush, Kensington, Olympia, West Brompton, Imperial Wharf, and we're on the Brighton Main Line. And then we could do some really nice like Milton Keynes runs and all sorts of other stuff, which would be pretty cool. If we carry on round the corner this way, this is called, again, out of bounds. This is known as Southwest Sidings, and this will take us round to Acton Wells Junction. And it's just chucked me back in the cab for some reason. But there we go. Are we stopping here to switch drivers? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm sitting on your lap. Interesting. Okay, we'll just... You do not have permission to drive this service. I don't want to drive it. I just want to sit in the seat. Alright, we'll stand up. Let's see where it takes us. This is interesting. Train simulator driver, this is where your trainer is going to get your train under control, young man. I'm better in real life, that's all I'm going to say. So you can have a DW, sorry, a UW, DW, there you go, UW up West London. You could have a GL off of this one for Goods Loop as well. Can you get over to the Goods Loop? No, you can't go over to the Goods Loop. Absolutely hammering along. Let's see how far it goes. We're going to get kicked out in a minute. And then off it goes down the West London line. Davra, I'll put the handbrake on. Probably not going to do anything, is it? Fully applied. Okay, so it's letting us... Ah, you've reached the edge of the represented area. That's it. Game over. Haha. Oh, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Right, what button am I pressing here?
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
There we go. So, Locomotive Livery Location. Couple of right answers coming in the end. So thank you very much, Michael S. Davies, for sending this picture in to me. If you want to send any pictures, you can do via the Discord server or social media channels. I'll give you the links for those in a minute. But
it's time to reveal today's Locomotive Livery Location.
Yeah, lots of you got the 172 West Midlands Railway, and that is indeed Kidderminster. West Midlands Railway 172 at Kidderminster. Cutler, you got that right, so well done for that. There we go, guys. It is 21:50. It's nearly my bedtime. I am... You know how much I love Class 69 locomotives. I am teaching a class tomorrow. I'm the instructor on a Class 69 course for the next 3 days. Lucky me. They're all right. They're all right. It's just banter. Thank you very, very much for watching, guys. Good to be back in the seat again. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button and consider subscribing. That would be absolutely awesome. We've had some new names in tonight as well, so great to have you, and hopefully you'll come back for another stream very soon. Click the little bell button so you get your notification. If you do want to join our friendly and inclusive Discord server, you can do. Invitation link in the description below. And if you want to send me any pictures for Locomotive Location Livery, you can do via that Discord link or social media channels, which are also on the screen for you right now. Next planned stream will be at some point this week. I've got quite a busy week, unfortunately, but we are going to be getting back to our complete history of Train Sim World, and we're going to be on the Tees Valley line for our third episode in that collection. So, GJ the Pie Train Simulator Driver, Great Western Photography, John Ward, Train Boy, Richard Sweeney, everybody else, thank you very, very much for joining me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, guys. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again in another stream very soon. Bye for now. Bye for now.